Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Coming out thick and fast now, aren't they? Now the weather's cooled down. Anyway, just an update on where I'm at and what's happening next. I've done some panel lining on these bits. As you can see on the verniers, the rings are done on the thrusters. Inside, crevices and whatnot, and some panel lines here and there on the bottom of the feet. Not necessarily, I've not gone too mad on the feet. I've just highlighted a few bits because I'm going to do a little bit of pigment on here and make his feet a little bit dusty, so you might not see much of it, but it is there. So yeah, the legs are pretty much ready for varnish, a final varnish, and well, just put to one side. What I've been doing in the meantime, if I grab a piece, so I've been doing the armour. Now what I did with this is Panzer Grey, then a steel base coat, and then I went over it with Tammy's Clear Red, and I've just done some black metallic like wear on it, and now I'm just going over it. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just going over it with some gunmetal dry brushing. That's the armour underneath. Just to lift the bloody foam, just to lift the edges off, and give it a bit of a worn look. Chipping on an RG is all well and good, but you can't beat a bit of dry brush on something this small because it's just rubbing wear. It's just friction wear. It's not bangs and knocks and stuff. So it does give it look like, you know, a bit of aerodynamic wear, but wind worn, if you like. I mean, there are some dry brushing streaks in there as well to signify little scratches. But yeah, not too mad on the inside. At the end of the day, it's just a piece of armour. What can you do? It's recessed. I mean, you can go over that with a heavier dry brush and just paint the raised areas, but I like it this way. My model, do I like? So to achieve this, all you need to do really is get a bit of paint, like I say, on your brush. Take off the excess, use the flat edge and just go across it like that. You won't notice it to start with, but it picks up on raised edges, as you can see there on that little corner piece there. It's just raised, and all the edges just starting to look a little bit like paint starting to burn off the steel. Again, because it's the inside, a little bit of a dry brush. Don't have to go too mad. There's loads of armour. This is just the legs, so I'm not going to spend hours and hours and hours. You know, I could do a video or show you a piece doing that, but I've done. Oh, actually, I don't think I've done this one. Might have to do this one. But yeah, let's have a chat. So just use, oh, this is my, sorry, I was using black metallic. Oh, that's cool. So I don't, it doesn't look black at all. It's just literally the metallic pigment being left on the pieces, which is pretty much what you want. You can use a lighter shade of pink, or you could go along with, the edges with black and then silver to signify the loss of paint layers. Just shaking paint, and that works well. Like chips sometimes takes off the upper layer and leaves the underneath layer and all that sort of stuff. You can do that. There's various different ways. There's the hairspray one. Do a layer of paint, hairspray over top, put another hairspray, another layer of paint on top, and then let it dry and you pick it away and all that sort of business. I've yet to do any of them. but dry brushing for me, especially at this scale, seems to be enough. Now if you want a corner to look really worn, you just keep going over you just keep dry brushing the same area and it picks it up. And you can go as liberal or as nuts as you like. But the corners and where the edges meet on other pieces, that's where you can do a little bit more wear and tear. And the delicate, like little pointy areas like this bit, dry brush these recesses and the actual panel line itself. But I'll be oh, hang on. I'll be masking these areas up, and then I'll be filling these bits in with a bit of detail anyway. Loads of sparkly metallic flakes like glitter pinging everywhere, which is fine. So I've got the camera a bit lower today so you can kind of see what I'm doing. You don't want hardly anything on the brush, that way when you do put it on you're in control of just how much. Oh Jesus, blasphemy, Rick, blasphemy. It's not doing it any justice. Maybe if I take away this light, it might be a little bit too bright. Let's turn that over there. How's that working? See, I don't know how to do all this white balance business. I don't know what. Is it this piece that's doing it? I don't know. Well, maybe you'll see better when I do a picture. But that is essentially it in terms of just putting on a little bit of damage on certain areas and so on. Bit of paint, take it off. Edges just across the top, just enough to just highlight the paint. You don't want to be taking all the paint away. And it doesn't have to be on all edges, it can be as delicate or as built up as you want. And I can't get Rasputin out of my head. I watched a YouTube video earlier. It's like rah rah Rasputin, and I don't know the rest of the words, but you know the song, you know it. It's in my head. But yesterday it was the never-ending story. I mean, I don't know what's going on in my head, but I just keep hearing these songs, and it's, you know, the ones that go around and around and around and around in your head, and you can't get them out of your head. Yeah, going for one of those periods. It's annoying. See, it's like little latches. You just go over the top, and it just looks like that the paint's just worn off on them. Zoom is terrible, and in there can just push the blade, push the blades in like that, or swell them this way, just to get in there. And it picks up all the raised areas and just gives them a little bit of wear. So all you're doing, you're putting the paint on, but essentially giving the piece the look that the paint's come away. You're adding paint, but making it look like paint's been removed. It's madness. It's like wizardry. When I first saw this, I was, you know, I was blown away. Literally, mine was blown. How simple this is as an effect, especially on the toes. The toes are going to be really scuffed. So you know, do you remember Matchbox cars? And they're still going now, but with die-cast matchstick cars, tiny little things, and I was playing with them all the time, banging them up, racing them, and they ended up like this. And that's purely because hands are oils in the skin, just taking the paint away and handling them. And I'll bet you there's people out there right now that've got a couple of Matchbox toy cars and there's no paint on them. They're completely back to the metal. And this is the sort of look I'm going for, where the paint just started to come away from the piece. This Sazabi is going to look absolutely epic. I'm putting my time and effort into this one because I love the kit. I think it's amazing. So I'm only doing the legs for now, just showing and doing all the videos, just showing you how I do it. And then what I'll do is I'll crack on and do everything that I'm doing, and then just do like some updates and so on. These little talking head videos, I don't know whether they're popular or anybody's interested in them, but what I'll do is, obviously I'm not going to say, oh, this is how I did the hands, no, this is how I did the legs, because you've seen this video and you know the process. So it's not necessarily going to be more of the same. I'll just crack on with getting the work done, and then I'll do like cheeky updates and so on, and catch ups. Now, because this is going to be up against the actual armour itself, and none of this is going to be exposed, not worked inside at all, so it's not important at all. Even raised curves, you can go over them because it is essentially still a raised area. You can wear that down by adding a bit of silver, well, black metallic in this case. Like I say, I'm using this black metallic purely by accident, that it's turned out this way. Actually, I didn't think that it would end up looking this good. He says, you might think, oh, what are you doing, you're damaging it, look shit. But from where I'm looking, yeah, let's give the point a bit of wear. It does look really remarkable, really effective. Good. Lovely job. Once this is done, I will be, what will I be doing? Oh yeah, letting all this dry, and then I'll be varnishing the armour so I can then work on the next piece. Or should I tape off? Actually, what I'll do is the pieces that I'm going to do some more detailing, I'll tape them off, and then work on them, do them little detail bits, and then I'll put it on the actual. So I'll put the armour on, then I'll do the individual. Oh, I think I'll do the pieces individually. Just varnish them individually. Once all dry, I can then build up the legs, and then go, ta-da, legs done. Moving on to the hips or the waist section, so to speak. And this is it. This is all it takes is just swiping it across the piece, and you're just gathering up the edges. But when it comes to, like, say, the pieces like this, I'll like I say, mask around that, and I'll probably just put in some details in there. I might put a matte detail in there or something. I'm not going to do anything here. I think that looks pretty cool as it is, but I certainly want to do something in these little gaps just to break up the colour a little bit. Also, what I'm thinking about doing with some of these pieces, because they're all uniform, I've painted them all the same colour, but Sazabi's got colour separation. What I'm going to buy is some Tamiya smoke, and I will just go over. I've got two pieces here. This has been done purely by accident, but one looks like a champagne pink and one looks like a red. So what I'll do is I'll either keep this, but if it ends up being that they're either side of the leg, it's just not going to match up very well. So what I'll do is I'll get a smoke, or I'll apply more red to this, because this one hasn't been dry brushed yet. So I might still bring this red up, and then on some pieces I'll just put a layer of smoke over, and what it'll do is it'll give it more a darker burgundy look, and then I'll get some colour separation. I think that's the plan, but I've got to buy that yet. I've got to go on Amazon later and order some more paints and bits, and that's that moving forward. I've kept you long enough. It's now 17 minutes. The time flies when you're having fun. I'll leave it there, and I might take some photos, do a little bit of a montage at the end like I did the other video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.